In this video, we are going to learn about how to protect our hearing. Let's check out how your hearing works first of all. So this is like the cochlear unit inside of your ear, and this is what actually is translating the sounds into your brain. And so what happens is sounds are made. They are rated by decibels. The larger the decibel, the louder the sound, which means the larger the wave, which then has more potential for damage. And so how that works is a sound happens and it starts to vibrate different parts of your ear, and eventually it gets down into the cochlear unit. And if we zoom in, so this is a picture of the cochlear duct. If we zoom into here, you see this little green area right here. And we're going to zoom in on this. So here is this green area. Right here, these little green guys are hair cells. And now what hair cells do is they sense the vibration, and then this cochlear nerve sends the sound to your brain. And so what happens when we get hearing damage is there's a very loud sound, or sometimes it can be like louder sounds, but over time they cause damage. These like loud sounds vibrate this fluid in here, and then this fluid shakes these hair cells, which then turns that into sound. Well, if the sound is too loud, or if it's too loud for too long, basically these hair cells start to get damaged and they don't send signal very well anymore. So that's kind of what is happening there. So we want to learn how to protect these little hair cells so we don't have hearing damage as we get older, right? So let's check out some of the easy ways to tell if sounds around you are too high. So one is if you need to raise your voice in order to be heard. That can be one sign that sounds are too loud. If you can't hear somebody talking normally from 3 feet away. If you leave an area and sounds are muffled after the event, that means you did some, damage to those hair cells. Again, these things are going to happen in our life. It doesn't mean we need to live perfectly, but we want to limit it as much as possible. And then if you have pain or ringing, that's not ideal either. So what you're going to do for this assignment, and let me show you here, is you are going to open up this link, which is on Blackboard, and there's a bunch of different sounds here. Around 85 decibels for prolonged periods of time is when we can potentially get hearing damage. So you're going to look through all of these different activities, find something or a few things in your future that you know you will be doing that are above 85 decibels, right? And then you're going to write those down, and then you're going to write down the decibel level as well. So let's pick one. Let's go with a basketball crowd, 90 to 118 decibels, right, depending on where you're at. So, okay, so that is over the 85 decibels. So then what you're going to do is you're going to go to this link, which is also on Blackboard. This is the CDC. And it says we're looking at about 95 decibels. So damage to hearing is possible after 50 minutes of exposure. So, if you have 50 minutes of that maximum sound, at a basketball game or whatever, that could potentially damage your hearing. This is the same with a motorcycle, right? So it's decibels over time. And so you're going to see what the time exposure is. And then you're going to make a plan of how you can maybe correct for that. So in a basketball game, they might not always be that loud. So 50 minutes, they're not cheering probably for the full 50 minutes. But let's say you go to like a race car event, right? Like a race, right? And the cars are very loud. This would be a time, if it's like for 2 hours long or something, you're probably going to want some ear protection because, you're going to sustain some hearing damage there. And we don't want to do that. So let's hop back over here and some options for hearing protection. So you're going to make a plan for what you can do when you're in the situation that may cause you some hearing damage. So one, you can just get normal earplugs. They're like yellow or orange little earplugs you kind of twist and then you insert into your ears. And you want to learn how to actually properly insert them. So you kind of squeeze them, roll them around, and then once they're narrow, push them in, and then they will expand into your ears. They also make these types of earplugs with headphones in them. Make sure they're OSHA certified. OSHA is a governing body to make sure workplace environments are safe. When I worked in a dairy factory, we needed earphones in order to protect our hearing because the machines were loud, and so I got these with headphones so I could listen to music. But again, make sure they're OSHA certified. You can also get earmuffs. These are probably one of the better options. It's just a headset that goes around your ears, reduces the decibels that your ears vibrate, right? You can also get ones that have music in there or ones that have a little radio so you can talk to people, depending on your workplace. And then we also have noise-canceling headphones. Now, there's two types of noise-canceling headphones. There are one type is called passive, which are similar to earmuffs. They're basically earmuffs, which then they just make a tight seal, and they also have music inside of them, right? And then we have noise-canceling headphones that are active noise-canceling headphones. These headphones do not necessarily protect your ears from damage. What these do is these make background sounds, so you can't hear what's going on in the background. So what they can do is they can allow you to listen to music at a quieter tone to protect your ears, but these active noise canceling headphones are not going to reduce the decibels of large sounds around you. So beware of noise canceling headphones. Just because they say that doesn't mean that they're going to protect your hearing. Look more towards the earmuffs, earplugs with headphones if that's what you're looking for. All right, that is good for this video. I will see you in the next one.